attendance.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, how are you?
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Grade 6, English. Okay. Okay, class. So let's start our lecture. Today we will do page number 21 to 23 of your English student books. Okay. All of you, you can open your English student books, page number 21 to page number 23. Three pages today we will read. We are going to read a new story today. Fresh water to drink. So before going to the book and reading out, I would like to show you this video. Let's watch it. It's a trailer of the book that we are going to read out. So let's see. Okay, it's unable to. Okay, so this is a short story also. So let's read out. Like in the whole novel, what will happen? What is it? It's getting the big words. Okay. I think my screen is not showing up. You are presenting. Okay, fine. Okay, class. So there is a place that is called Big Woods, and it's basically a jungle where the people where the jungle was getting so crowded. So some people had to move to other places to live. Okay, the story is basically the story name is Little House on the Prairie. Prairie is a place in, I think it's in United States. It's in United States. It's a place, and Little House on Prairie means there is going to be a family that will move to that place that is called Prairie, and they will make a small house over there, and they will start living over there. And this this book is written by Laura Ingalls Wilder, who has experienced that life, and she has written by her experience. So the Pa Ingalls is a family name. Their surname is Ingalls, and Pa is called as father. So Pa Ingalls sold their little log cabin. So they had a log cabin in the woods, so they sold it, and now they are going to move to another city that or another place that is called Prairie. Okay, traveling from where they traveled. It's a short summary. Traveling from Wisconsin to Kansas, so they are traveling from there. Where Pa built us little house on the prairie. So this house was built. I am just showing you this video because it has some pictures to visualize also. Our family worked hard. So their family worked hard. Basically, Laura is the father's daughter. So she is telling her story, and she's telling that they worked really hard. But the government said we were living on Indian islands. Where will we go now? Now they are asking, government is saying to them that they are living in the wrong place. So now they were thinking, where should we go now? Where should we live now? Living our home where we worked so hard. So this is the story Little House on the Prairie. This is the book cover page. Okay, so now let's get back to our work. Let me check my screen. Okay, I am presenting my screen. Okay, class. So we will today read this page, page number 21 to page number 23. Today we will read. Wait a minute. Did I put the lecture on recording? Okay, thank God it's recording. Okay, so let's read out.
May I read?
Okay, okay, wait a minute. Before reading out, um, there's a word pool that we should discuss. Okay, first word is stout. Stout means having rugged physical strength, means having a very great physical strength. Scaly means when your skin is full of scales or scars. Blistering means, okay, this is something else, but blistering is used for sun also. When sun is very hot, we say that that sun can cause you some allergic reaction, so we say it's blistering sun. Fierce means marked by extreme and violent energy, means when someone is very at its extreme level of anger or energy, it's fierce. To unravel means distangled or to undone something, untie something. Okay, caravan means a wagon train. Wagon train is a word that is used in the story, and caravan is another name when people travel together in a group. Okay, that is called caravan. Sword is a kind of grass, layer of grass. Okay, so now let's start reading. Wait. Okay, first let's discuss the introduction to the book, when the book was written. So, The Little House Books is a series of American children's novel. It's a children's novel written by Laura Ingalls Wilder, based on her childhood and adolescence in American Midwest. So, this is based on Laura's childhood experience between 1870 to 1894, and there is a series also, drama series made by United States on based on this book also. Eight of novel were completed by Wilder, okay, and published by Harper and Brothers. Okay, Little House books were came first, and third novel, okay, unnecessary information. Okay, now let's start. This is the cover page of the web series, drama series that is on internet that you can watch if it's available. So, Little House on the Prairie. Okay, zoom नहीं होता ये. Okay, for the pictures, I would like to go to WhatsApp where we can have pictures. Okay, now anyone who wants to read can read.
Miss, may I? May I?
Okay, one by one. Okay, start reading.
Ma'am, me?
Okay, you start. Extension reading.
Next morning, he marked a large circle in the grass near the knocker of the house. With his step, he cut
Spade.
the step. He cut the sword inside the cycle and lifted it up in large pieces. Then he began to shovel out the earth, digging himself deeper and deeper down.
Okay, wait. Okay, so basically, this story is about living in that place that is called Prairie, and there they have to dig up a well. Okay, so they are trying to dig up a well for their fresh water to drink. So, this is a scene when they are saying that next morning he marked a large circle in the grass. So, he marked a large circle where the father had to dig up the well near the corner of the house with his spade. Spade is a tool, handmade tool, which people use to dig up the grass or dig up the land or earth. Cut the sword, I told you, is a kind of grass inside the circle, and lifted it up in the large pieces. Okay, he first step was to clean up the grass, first layer of the land that was grass, and he lifted all the pieces, patches of grass aside. Then he began to shovel, is also called to dig out something out the earth, digging himself deeper and deeper down. He started digging deeper and deeper because well is so deep, we know that. So digging a well means to dig up very deeply. Okay, next.
Miss,
Hmm?
Miss, when they will dig down, so how they will come up?
um for now they are not digging so deeper, means they can come out. For now it's a beginning, but next they were managing to do something to, for example, they will make a instrument tool by themselves that is called windlass, that they will put that windlass down, the buckets down and then up, means they will dig up, like they know there might be some tricks to dig up the land or earth and then come out. They could come out. If it was impossible to come out, then nobody would have digged up so deeply.
Miss, may I read
Okay.
now?
Yes.
Harry and Laura must not go near the well while Pa was digging, even when they could not see his head anymore. Shuffle, shuffles of earth come flying up. At last, the step flew up and fell in the grass. Then Pa jumped his hand, cough hold the sword, then one equal blow gripped it, and then the other blow, and with a heavy paw come rolling out. I cannot throw the dirt out from any deeper, he said.
Okay. Mary and Laura must not go near the well. Mary and Laura are two daughters of father and mother. Means the father name was, what was the father's name?
Pa.
Yeah, they call it Pa, but it's his name was Charles. Charles was father's name, Charles, and Caroline was mother's name. So they both have two daughters that are Laura and Mary. So Laura is the one who is writing this story, and Mary also. So they are saying that it's unsafe for Mary and Laura to go near the well while Pa was digging, because they were using the spade, and if the spade is getting in the wrong direction, then they would get affect. So it's very dangerous to go near because the mud was also very everywhere. There was mud everywhere, and there might be some worms also. So they were saying, no, don't go near the well. Even when they couldn't see his head anymore, shovelfuls of, okay, shovelfuls means one spade. When we dig up with the help of spade or shovel, the one full of shovel with full of mud, one shovel full of mud is shovelfuls. Like we say spoonfuls. Spoonfuls mean one teaspoonful with sugar or salt. Similarly, one shovel full means one shovel full of mud or earth. Of earth came flying up means the shovelfuls of earth came flying up. At last, the spade flew up and fell in the grass. At last, the father lost the hold of the spade, and it flew on in the grass, somewhere in the grass. Then Pa jumped. His hands caught hold of the sword, means he jumped and he took and he hold the grass to for the balance. Then one elbow gripped it, and then the other elbow, and with a heave, Pa came rolling out. Heave means with a jump. Means when you jump out. Pa came rolling out means like Umair was asking how he used to manage to come out when he is digging so deep. So this is the way he came out. He hold the grass, and he used his elbows to come out, and at last he jumped out, and while rolling up, I can't throw the dirt out from any deeper. He's saying that it's too deep, like I cannot throw out the dirt I cannot dig more deeper, because if he would dig more deeper, then it would be impossible for him to come out. Okay, next read.
Miss May I?
Okay.
He had he had to have sleep. He had to help Noah, so he took his gun and rode away on 40. When he came back, he brought a plump rabbit, and he had tracked word with Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott would have helped him dig the well, and then he would help dig Mr. Shortwell. Ma and Luya and Maria had not seen Mr. and Mrs. Stork. Their house was hidden somewhere in a little village on the prairie.
Okay. So he had to have a help now. Now it was very difficult for one person to dig up the well. So he was seeking some help. So he took his gun and rode away on Patty. When he came back, he brought a plump rabbit. He brought a fatty rabbit. Plump means that someone that who is very fat. So he brought a plump rabbit, and he had traded work with Mr. Scott. So Mr. Scott is a person who would help him. Mr. Scott would help him dig this well, and then he would help Mr. Scott's well. So they had a deal that if Mr. Scott will help Pa to dig up the well, then the Pa would help him back digging up his well also. Ma and Laura and Mary had not seen Mr. and Mrs. Scott. So both three of them haven't seen Mr. and Mrs. Scott because their house was hidden somewhere in a small valley on the prairie. So they haven't seen him. So the first time they would see Mr. Scott. Okay, next read out. This is the next picture. Okay.
Luria had seen the smoke rising up from it, and that was all. At dawn next morning, Mr. Scott, Mr. Scott came. He was short. His hair was balanced by the sun, and his skin was bright red and scaly. He did not tan, he plumed.
Okay. Okay, wait. Laura had seen the smoke rising up from it. Means the Laura was the one child who was looking everything from her house. So she felt that there was a smoke rising up from that corner where the well was being dug up, and that was all. At dawn next morning, Mr. Scott came. So now Mr. Scott is coming into the scene. He was short, means he was short and stout. Stout means fat or very strong and fat. His hair was bleached by the sun, means his hair was burnt up by the sun, and his skin was bright red. His skin was red and scaly, full of scales or scars. He did not tan. He was not tan, means his complexion was not brown, but he peeled, means his skin was so badly in a bad condition that it seemed to peel off. Means peel off, we know that when your skin is scratching up. So his skin was had lot of scratches on skin. Okay, next.
It is this vast sun and wine. He said, beg your pardon, ma'am, but it's enough to make a shouldn't use strong language. I might as well be a sheikh. The way I keep on shedding my skin in this country.
Okay, so it's this blasted sun. So he's explaining his physical appearance. He's saying that it's the sun that has made my skin so bad, and the wind also. Beg your pardon. So he's excusing them. beg your pardon, ma'am, but it's enough to make a saint use strong language. So he's saying that I'm a very holy person. So he's calling himself saint, and he's saying that I have used enough strong language. I might as well be a snake. So he's saying that I can be a snake the way I keep on sharing my skin in this country. So he's giving himself the example or resemblance to a snake. Like snake has scars and scarry skin. So he's giving his resemblance to a snake. Okay, next.
Luria liked him. Every morning, as soon as the dishes were washed and the bed made, she ran out to watch Mr. Scott and Pa working at the well. The sunshine was bristling, even the Mara performed. Oh no, winds were hot, and the fire glasses were turning yellow.
Okay. So Laura was liking him, means Mr. Scott personality was attracted to him, to her. Laura is a girl. Every morning, as soon as the dishes were washed and the beds made, she ran out to wash Mr. Scott. So every morning she came out to wash Mr. Scott, like what he's doing, and Pa working at the well. The sunshine was blistering, means it's burning up. It's so strong that blistering means it's so hot. Sunshine is so hot. Even the winds were hot, and the prairie grass were turning yellow, and the grass was also turning yellow. Mostly the grass is used to be green, but it's turning yellow because of the heavy effect of the sun. Okay, next. Mary preferred to stay in the house and sew on her patchwork. Patchwork kilt is patchwork kilt is basically a work, blanket or bed cover work. Like her mother was working on blanket or the bed cover work, so that are made up of patches of material. So where was so she her mother was staying at home and sewing that kilt for the bed, but Laura liked the fierce light and the sun and the wind. And she couldn't stay away from the well, but she was not allowed to go near its edge. So Laura wanted to go to near the well and wanted to observe what is happening over there, but she was not allowed to go there because she was a kid. Okay, start reading.
Mary performed to stay in the house and see on her patchwork white, but Lucia liked the friend's light and the sun and his wind, and she could not stay away from the well, but she was not allowed to go near its edge.
Okay, so she was not allowed to go near its edge, but she wanted to go. Okay, Pa and Mr. Scott had made a stout windlass. Stout is means very strong. Windlass is a tool that I have already told you. Windlass is a tool that I've told you they had made for digging up the well, and it's very strong. If you
It's
see,
like a shovel.
like a shovel. For lifting heavy weights, it's used to lift heavy weights. Okay, so next start reading.
Pa and Mr. Scott had made a shout windlass. It soared over the well, and two buckets huge for it from it on the ends of a rope. When the windlass was turned, one bucket went down into the well. Down the people and the bug. He filled the bucket with earth almost as fast as Pa could hold them up and empty them after dinner. Pa set, Pa set down the rope into well, into the well, and Mr. Scott filled up the buckets.
Okay. So Pa and Mr. Scott had made a stout windlass, so they had made that tool to lift up heavy objects. Means they were making this because they want to send some buckets into the well and take out the buckets also to observe what is under the well. It stood over the well and two buckets hung from it. Means they hung two buckets, it on the end of a rope. When the windlass was turned, one bucket went down to the well and the other bucket came up. Okay, so one would go down and one would come up when they would turn up the windlass. In the morning, Mr. Scott slid down the rope and dug. So he's just sliding out the rope. He's taking out the rope, down the rope, and he was trying to dug up more. He filled the bucket with earth almost as fast as Pa could haul them up. Means he was filling up the buckets with the sand, or as fast as Papa, means his father, was getting the rope up and empty them. After dinner, Pa slid down the rope into the well and Mr. Scott hauled up the bucket. So in the dinner, the Pa, means the father, were taking down the ropes and Mr. Scott was getting up the ropes, buckets. Every morning before Pa would let Mr. Scott go down the rope, he set a candle in a bucket and lighted it and lowered it to the bottom. So now what they are doing, they have fixed have had put the candle in the bucket so that they can see under the well. Means when it's too deep that they are unable to see, so they have um, set a candle in a bucket for the light in under the well, and they would see what is under the well. So once Laura peeped over the edge and she saw the candle brightly burning far down in the dark hole in the ground. So one time, for once, she was just hiding somewhere to see secretly the well, and she saw that candle. That candle was burning brightly, and far down in the dark hole in the ground. Means there was a dark hole in the ground, and still not well, but it's only a dark hole where they still have to struggle more and work hard. Then Pa would say, seems to be all right. So her father was saying, it's all right. He would pull up the bucket and blow out the candle. That's all foolishness in gals. Mr. Scott said the well was all right yesterday. You can't ever tell. So they are thinking that the well is not safe under down, so that's why they're placing the candle to see if there's something wrong under the well. So Mr. Scott is saying that it's just foolish of you that the well was all right and now I think it's all right. The well is all right. But the father is saying you can never tell when the well would be dangerous, like when something bad discovered under the well, like snakes or something. So we have to be very safe. Oh my god, one more page. Okay, start reading from the next page.
Okay, mom.
Okay,
Luya
so,
did not
hmm,
Luya did not
hmm.
know what danger Pa was looking for by that candlelight. She did not ask because Pa and Mr. Scott were busy. She meant to ask later, but she forgot.
Okay, so
One
Laura was didn't know what kind of danger the Pa and Mr. Scott was looking under the well. So she had not any idea about that. So she was thinking like she would ask her father, but her father was so busy, and she meant to ask later, but she forgot to ask like why they have placed the candle and what's danger under the well. Okay, next read out.
one morning, Mr. Scott came while Pa was eating breakfast. They heard him shout. He, ma'am, what is this written?
Hi, Engels.
Angles, angles. It is sun up. It's sun up. Let's go, Pa. Drink his coffee and went out. The violins began to creak and Pa began to whistle. Luya and Maya were washing the dishes and Ma was making the big bed. When Pa whistle stopped, they heard him say, "Stop." He shout, "Stop, stop." Then he called, "Caroline, come quick."
Okay. So in the next morning, Mr. Scott came again and he said that, hi, Ingalls. Ingalls is basically the surname of the family. So he was saying, it's sun up, so let's go on the place where the well is being dug. So that when they went there, the windlass began to creak and Pa began to whistle. Okay, Laura and Mary were whistling the dishes, washing the dishes, and Ma was making the big bed when Pa's whistling stopped. Means when creak means to give a heavy sound, loud sound, not heavy, loud sound by windlass. So with the sound of windlass, the Pa was also whistling. But there was a one time when the whistling stopped and he started shouting that Scott, Caroline, come quick. So Caroline is the mother. So where am I? Caroline is the mother. So here we are reading Caroline is the mother. So he's calling Caroline to come up quick. So Ma ran out of the house. Laura ran after her. So Laura and mother both ran out to see what has happened. Scott's fainted or something down there. Pa said, I have got to go down after him. So he's saying that Scott went down without the candle. So he is fainted, or he's not giving response, or he is fainted, or maybe something bad is happening down there. So he's saying, I have to go and save Mr. Scott. Did you send down the candle? Ma asked, did you send down the candle? No, I thought he had. I asked him, means he's saying, I haven't placed the candle. I thought Mr. Scott has placed the candle. So I thought I asked him if it was all right. He said it was. Means father was saying that I asked him that if it's all right, and he was replying it's all right. But after a while, he stopped responding. Pa cut the empty bucket off the rope and tied the rope firmly on the windlass. So uh, he cut the bucket and he has tied the rope. Charles, Charles or Charles, both are the correct pronunciation. Charles, you can't, you must not. So mother is saying you should not go downstairs, not downstairs, down the well. It might be very risky or it might be very dangerous. Caroline, I have got to. He's saying that I need to go down. You can't. Oh, Charles, no. I'll make it all right. I won't breathe till I get out. We can't let him die down there. So he's saying that I cannot let Mr. Scott die down there, so I have to go to help him. Ma said fiercely, Laura, keep back. So Laura kept back. She stood against the house and shivered. No one, no, no, Charles, I can't let you. Get on Patty and go for help. Patty, I think, is their small car or wagon. Go for help. There isn't time. So her mother is saying that we should go out for getting some help because one person you can she was not allowing him to go down because it's dangerous. That's why Mr. Scott wasn't responding. So he she is saying that go for some help, but Mr. means the father, the pa, saying that there is not much time to go and get some help. Mr. Scott might have dead since that since now. So he's convincing them that he would go down and he would get Mr. Scott out. So here the story has ended, I think. So it's incomplete story. We don't know what would happen next, and we don't know why what was happening down the well that Mr. Scott was unable to get out, and he stopped responding. Maybe because of the suffocation, he might got fainted, or maybe some animal or something that could have come out down there and could have bit him or something like that. Okay, so now we have read this. Tomorrow we would next time we would do its comprehension and it's looking closely. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I think now the time is over. Any question, Umar?
No, miss.
Okay.
Miss, the novel. What's about the novel?
Novel? Which novel?
Miss, that we have on the syllabus.
Novel, but yes, you have a novel, but I am following the diary. Whatever they are giving the diary, we are following that.
Okay, Miss.
When there would be novel reading in the diary, we would read the novel.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Okay.